Welcome to Misfit by Design, an interview series curated to gather some rebel intel and wisdom from midlife women who are aging and growing older on their own terms. I'm Rhiannon, and this project is my 50th birthday to myself. And today I have the absolute pleasure of being here with my friend Kari, who is an amazing body intuitive goddess. So thank you, Kari, for taking the time.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Of course, I couldn't do this project without capturing your wisdom and sharing it with everybody that I know.
Thank you.
I'm going to start by asking you a question that I was told never to ask a lady.
Mm.
How old are you?
Well, it's funny. In my family, we call them levels.
Okay.
And I'm going into the sixth level this year.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Humongous
like
congratulations.
all my cousins and my brothers, we're all kind of in this 5 year apart thing. And I have one of those left. I'm the fourth of all of us to go into the sixth level. So here we go, baby. You're getting your 50th. I'm getting my 60th.
I am here for it. This is
Yes.
amazing.
Yes.
Okay, so in this like magical era of life that you are entering into, what are you pouring your soul into? What are you loving right now?
Well, let's see. Right now, like at this moment, I want to sing. I am pouring my soul into song and also realizing that I got a lot of offerings and like, I'm just going to backtrack because in my business, I am really bringing in three ways of working with me. I've made these three ideas of restore, which is working with me privately with yoga therapeutics, with voice resonance, voice activation, and sound. And then gather is where we're doing it as a group. So group yoga classes, group sound healing, group meditation, and breath work. And then elevate is like my signature. So more of like high end for companies, for like yoga teacher trainers. I've been doing a lot of training yoga teachers lately, but the thread in all of it, see, I'm coming
Yeah,
back around, is voice. The
yeah.
thread in all of it is the voice. And I've just revamped all of my offerings and ways that I'm working with people into almost voice being in every one of those.
Oh,
And it's been really clear, I guess, in the last year, how much that's been driving what I'm offering and what I'm hoping restores the nervous system and the bodies of the people that I work with.
sister, powerful. Yay. Huge congratulations. That's
Thank you.
a beautiful way to express yourself in the world. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay.
I have six six questions.
All
We'll
right.
see. I want to be respectful of your time, so I'm going to try to keep as close to the 30-minute marker as close as we can. But I'm going to start with, what is one rule that you love to break or break really intentionally about being a midlife woman?
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yes, sister.
Yeah, that rule comes up a lot, especially in like teaching yoga classes, doing group work with people and myself. Like there's this place of ego and it kind of like finds its way into these places that I work with, like voice and body and technique. And so many times we still pushed by that little ego part, like, well, I should be doing this better. I did it when I was younger. I can still do it now. And it's all like, yeah, you can. And maybe, do you really want to? It's just so inspiring to teach a group of women and men in a yoga class where there's like this ego where we're going to do inversions. And I teach everybody safely to get into headstands and handstands. And then people sit there and they're like, yeah, I can do that, but I don't really feel like it right now. And the freedom of not being pushed by our ego to keep performing as we did when we were younger and just like, I'm so much fucking wiser now. I don't want to go upside down and I don't need to be in a room with people that are and feel like I'm not doing what I should be doing. So there we go.
Man, so good. I love it. And I know that these interviews are going to go out to the masses, but I feel like that was a message I personally needed to hear because my ego gets behind the driver's, the wheel very easily. And so I appreciate that. Thank you for saying it.
And I just want to say quickly that me too. And oftentimes I go back to, I teach what I need to learn. I get stuck in those loops too. I want to do those handstands in the middle of the room. And, maybe it's just not for me anymore. Anyway, keep going.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if handstands are my expression, but there are other, the handstands of life.
Yes. Totally.
Um,
100.
okay, cool. All right. Second question. So I know a lot of us midlife or entering kind of this midlife marker, a lot of my circle network community, we feel unsure of how to navigate. So if you could offer a piece of advice to a midlife woman who is struggling to trust her own intuition, what would you say? What would you say to her?
It's never too late.
Mm,
It's never too late. I reinvented my life at 54. I'm not saying it was easy. And dude, I wish I would have done it when I was like 20 years younger.
right.
But I did it and it was fucking scary. And
Yeah.
I doubted myself along the ways. I still am overcome by doubt and fear and what am I doing?
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's never too late and stay on your path. It's never
Right.
too late. And I feel like that is such a beautiful thing that we as women are encouraging each other. Like,
Yeah.
rise up, man, second flame. Like, we've got it burning within us. And if we spent the last 20 years doing something that was great and maybe fulfilled us, then it doesn't have to be what fulfills us in the next
Thing.
time. So listen to the heart, listen to the soul, and do what you really want to do.
Well, that is such good advice.
Hmm.
Okay. Yay. All right. So, in which areas of your life have you become more courageous after kind of like the midlife mark?
It's okay that I'm swearing, right?
Swear, girl.
You're
Fuck.
gonna
Do
you're
it.
gonna, like, bleep me out. All of a sudden, I was like, "Wow, I dropped a few F-bombs already. Okay, I
No,
should
I love
I
it.
should tighten things up here."
Don't do it. We'll just mark it rated R.
Okay. I think that okay, so for me, I'm gonna swing back into voice a little bit. I grew up singing, loved singing, and then got into, like, real athleticism and kinda took a different turn in my life and just kinda stopped. There was a lot of things around that that also stopped my voice. And when I started to find healing through voice, it was really interesting to want to share that with others. I was so invested in sounding beautiful. I was so
Mm.
invested in like being in song circle and people saying like, "Oh my god, her voice is so beautiful." And they were never referring to me. They were referring to the other people in the song circle. And once I stopped trying to sound beautiful and tap back into the authentic joy of my voice, it was like this true beauty of who we are and what we are through connecting to that real intimate part is all that I had lost that. I was working so hard to fit into that, like, cultural like, America's Got Talent, if she's got it or she doesn't, or you're a good singer or you're not a good singer, or you can carry a tune or you can't carry a tune. And that idea of my voice was given to me in a way of maybe teaching others that it's okay if we don't have a beautiful voice. So I get to share the glory and the joy behind song and sound in a way that's super authentic and helps people open up in a way that isn't this pressure around like, oh, wow, that's so much. I don't know if I can really. So it's not about performance, it's about offering.
Yeah.
And that's a big part of that. Did I answer that question or did I just go off on a
You
tangent? I'm
no,
gonna
you answered it beautifully. And it hit me that you're referring to voice, but I think it's a great analogy for tapping into our authenticity and allowing ourselves to express from this place of truth rather than performative and trying to be something, just allowing ourselves to be exactly who and how we are. And that expression can be voice, but it could also be a myriad of other things. So it's just such a beautiful analogy. So, yeah.
Yeah, good. 100%. Yeah, we can move that into lots of metaphors. The voice can be a fitting metaphor for all those things. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now that you are just on the cusp of the next level, as you say, level 6, at this point, can you recall or do you have like kind of palpably in your system a wisdom that you've gained that you are really proud of at this point in your life, a knowing that you're sure of?
Mm, interesting. Struggling with this one a little bit. What is my
Okay.
internal wisdom? I'm swinging towards nature. I'm swinging towards cyclical patterns of great nature.
You're like struggling, but you just mic dropped it. Tell me more.
Oh, I've always been an outdoor. I was raised in the outdoors. Family has always been in, we were landlocked mountain people, and which is why maybe now being in Baja is such an allure for me because I've never had the ocean vibe, the desert vibe. And I've lived cyclically in nature with great nature my whole life. And I've really like honored the seasons and honored the change of nature around me and the magic and the mystical part of everything fitting together. The fractals of the plants and the cyclical nature of what trees do and what plants do and what animals do. And I'm noticing that that is really like driving my existence in these last 10 years, like really feeding me full of noticing
Yeah.
that. And when I get all like hung up on things and I just need to like take my shoes off and put my feet in the dirt and walk around and see what's around me. And I'm immediately like my whole nervous system just resets. It's like right now in Baja, it's actually been cold for the last couple weeks. It's like our kind of windy springtime. And it's really given me a chance to tap into what's around.
Right.
The ocean just got cold. The wind at night is cold. And I get to see, like, I'm looking around because I'm at this house that just has windows everywhere. And I've got all these plants everywhere. And I'm looking at the blooms that are coming up. It's like we just had our winter, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, so great nature, it guides me. I think that's really it. Sticking with the cyclical patterns of nature, not getting caught up on like a Gregorian calendar and like just because it's Thanksgiving, we need to go do this. But it's like, no, this is fall. And
Yeah.
fall is when we go inward, when we start to get ready for winter, when we are really thinking about the bounty of our crops, when we're
Mhm.
thinking about the restoration of those things around us. Now it's spring and we got visions, baby. Like things are bursting, flowers are blooming, plants are going, the wind is picking up. And
Yeah.
and so like with that energy, it's the energy around the seasons that is calling that I'm moving with in my life, I think. And really recognizing that. Like in the winter, soften. Like take
Yeah.
some time, go deep, do some restorative yoga, like do some yin yoga, like find yourself, reflect with yourself so that when spring comes, you have new ideas. There's this
Yeah.
beautiful saying about like can't grow or you can't start a fire with green wood. And that is just a really beautiful metaphor. And like if we go into spring with green wood, we're probably
Yeah.
going to stop. We're not going to get those fires burning. But if we've really been like working with ourselves and our ideas and like churning things and moving things and seasonally, and then we open up into spring and we've got this, I don't know, just spaces around the foundation moving us forward. I don't know if yeah, anyway.
Yeah. And also being a student of yours, I know that even in your practices that you teach, you're always referring to nature is always part of the container that you're holding everybody within. It's guided by what's happening in great nature, like you said. And yeah, I love that that's what's guiding you and you leaning into also just the cyclical nature, I think, of aging. It's kind of very symbiotic to what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, like seasonal wisdom. You know, in traditional Chinese medicine, we have the jing, and the jing is stored in our kidneys. And it's really interesting because we have just a certain amount of it. We have our chi energy, which is always moving, our essence. And the jing in get we just get little drops when we need it. If we abuse it, when the adrenals are running all the time, it takes from the jing reserves.
Yeah.
And so we start to feel more depleted easier and lose like our stamina quicker than we need to. But women get like a little hit of jing in their 50s.
Ooh,
It's really
okay.
fascinating. It's really fascinating. Men maybe in their like early 60s, there's like these times when the body produces a little more. And I think
Yeah,
of that a lot, like in those years of the 50s, like we are redefining age right
yeah,
now and what it
right.
means to become these ages. And I think about that essence of Jing. If we're using it correctly in our lives and we're not depleting our adrenals and we're staying true, that yeah, we might have a little boost of it to carry
Ready for
us
the
through.
hit of King, girl.
You totally
Give it to me.
yeah, you're ready for it. It's your birthday present.
Thanks. I'm like, universe, give me the jing. Okay. So the last question and one that I added in at the last minute because I feel like I need the answers from the women who are so graciously offering their time to me for this project. But so over time, how has your definition of beauty shifted?
Yeah, it's a tough one. Quite honestly, this has been for the last probably 5 years, it's been a biggie for me.
Yeah.
I haven't done any work on my face. I've never had any fillers. I've never had anything done. And I was quite proud of that for a while until now. And I'm like, holy shit, look at what's happening. And
Oh,
it's this beautiful like recognition around the reality of choice. There's no judgment. It's just like everybody gets to do what and when they want to do it, my daughter, she's like, Mom, I got a Botox bank account started. Like, I'm ready for this. And for me, it's been like every morning, I need to look in the mirror and be like, I love you. I love your face. I love your wrinkles. I love your expression. I love your weathering, just like coming back to great nature. Older trees, like older plants, like they start to show it. And what a beautiful life that we've lived. So, in that space of like really accepting like my skin getting, I mean, all the things, just all the things that we as women are kind of taught to fear, that we are
yeah.
kind of taught through our culture to be like, don't do that because you ain't looking as good as those people that are doing all these things. So get on the train. And I think Baja has helped with that. Feel like this area here is really nurturing to evolution as it happens.
Yeah.
I'm not living in a place with billboards around being like, get this treatment, look younger this way. I'm just living with like some aloe plants and some succulents and a lot of dirt. And they're like, you look great. Keep going. But honestly, we had a photo shoot out at Yandara the other night with all the teachers and who you surround yourself with. I'm with a group of people out there that are all like living these amazing lives,
Yeah.
like are weathered through like the most beautiful experiences on the planet. And I'm hanging out with these people that are like in their 70s and 80s, but look like they're in their 50s through spirit, like through connection of spirit. And yet, there was a whole group of we just graduated 13 500-hour yoga teachers this last couple weeks. Yeah, I noticed myself wanting to look younger, not gonna
Yeah.
lie. And what does that even mean? And then I question it. What does that mean, look younger?
Right.
Like how do I look younger? How do I appear younger? And then when they graduated, they were like, "We love your beauty and your strength and your wisdom. And thank you for sharing yourself so authentically with us." And I keep getting these little lessons.
Yeah.
You get to be who you are and stand proudly on those choices and then don't fucking think about it. I don't have to talk about it. I don't have to say to people like, "Yeah, I never had any work." They're like, "Yeah, I know, I can tell." Or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be a platform for me. It can just
Right.
be who I am and how I choose it. And I'm just being completely honest. There are mornings when I look in the mirror and I'm like, "Oh, dude, you look like you're going to be 60, you know?
Yeah.
How do I deal with that? I get to visit it. I get to face it. I get to see myself reacting to myself and then getting around to this like, I love you. I
Oh,
love you exactly as you are. Yeah.
I have goosebumps.
Mm.
My friend, I am so thankful to be on this planet and in this little Baja community with you. I am so happy that my journey is influenced by you. So, it has been an honor to witness your wisdom and just thank you for being like the glitch in the aging matrix that more people need to hear about. Like you are adding so much to my vision for aging. And I know that that'll be extended out to anybody who gets to hear or see the clips or this full video of you and all of your beauty. So thank you so much, Kari. I love you.
Thank you, my love. I love you too. What an honor to serve on your panel of amazing women. You know how much I love you. And just this beautiful birthday present that you're giving to yourself and igniting these flames in women to like have the power to spend time with you and speak about our journeys. It's really rad.
Thank you, sister.
You're pretty
All right.
amazing, Amira.
Thank you. So are you, and you've influenced me at this version of myself. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. I'm going to click
Okay.
off and I will be in touch with you.
All right.
Bye,
Mucho
friend.
abrazos, amiga.
Bye.
Bye.